Good day, Amherstburg. It's myself, Laura D'Alessandro.
And it's Ron Joffe from the Rivertown Times in Amherstburg, back on the airwaves of 107.9 FM, CKBG The Berg, for the Rivertown Times Weekend Review. Brought to you by the Hearing and Dizziness Clinic, located at 285 Sandwich Street South in Amherstburg, or find us online at youhear.ca.
Another week, another weather report. It's actually quite nice today, for a Wednesday especially.
Yeah, to brush off the car this morning, a bit of snow on it, but that's okay. I mean, it's not overly cold out. At least I don't find it overly cold. So.
And the sun.
And the sun is out, so.
Both my husband and I were like, are we miserable people or are we just lacking the sunshine? And I think, hoping it's just we're lacking sunshine. It's starting to wear on me. I never have really dealt with seasonal depression until this year. I don't know. But brighter days are coming. The days are getting longer. So we'll all grin and bear it till we get through to spring. Turning our attention to the paper, Kids Curing Cancer held their final event. They're disbanding after this one, Ron?
The kids are not as...
They're not kids anymore.
Not kids anymore. Yeah, they're not as small as they used to be. So Lauren's an adult. She's in her early 20s, and Kirsten and Ty are in high school, and they're not as young as they used to be when all this started 13 years ago. So yeah, they had their final pasta dinner on Saturday night at Sprucewood Shores Estate Winery, and good event had by all, and a lot of donations, including the hall itself and the food and everything. So. They raised over $15,000 at this thing, and just a great job by everyone involved. And it's just, I should point out that $15,000 is part of the overall campaign. This is not
just from one night.
Yeah, I mean, school fundraisers. There's dance studios having fundraisers. There's been lemonade stands, and today I'm going over to the North Star High School for. Some teachers are taking pies in the face. Proceeds from that are going to.
I think a reporter too. I submitted your name.
That's fine, yeah.
I paid handsomely. No, just kidding.
Yeah. That's fine. I'll have a pile over my face the rest of the day. Hopefully it doesn't smell too bad by 4 o'clock. And yeah, so there's a whole lot of stuff happening. It's for a new oncology lab at Erie Shores Healthcare in Leamington, and the Patient Assistance Fund at the Windsor Cancer Center. 2 great causes, and just an overall fun night. And great job by Kids Curing Cancer. It's the Belargeron family that does kind of is behind it, but they're very quick to share credit. They have an entire network of people. They call them the KCC family. Again, great job had by all.
And did I read in your story, too, that over the 13 years, they've raised over $250,000?
Yeah, they'll surpass that this year, yeah.
Wow.
I think it was like 213 or something like that the first, 12 years, and this year will put them past 250.
That's amazing. Kudos to them, and what a great example they're setting. So Cold Social was last Friday night out at GL Heritage. It's a pre-party to the coldest night of the year, and I checked today. The House Youth Center, they're at just over $22,000 on their way to the $50,000 mark that they wanted to raise this year. So coldest night of the year is going to be this Saturday night, the 28th, and it's going to start at the Hub. Still lots of time to register, sponsor, be a walker, do all the things, and hopefully we can have some nice... It's supposed to be nice on Saturday, not so cold. So I know you and I'll be there. The radio station will be there. Lots of people from around town will be out walking and showing their support for the House Youth Center.
Check-in starts at 4, opening remarks 4:45, and the walk itself is at 5 p.m. Come out, have some fun. Still lots of time to donate as well. I know I've pointed out the website on numerous occasions, but I'll do it again. www.cnoy.org/Amherstburg. It takes you right to the page for the local walk, and all proceeds go to the House Youth Center.
An after party at the Fort.
Yeah, at the Fort Fun Center. That's correct. So lots of fun to be had this Saturday night, and it's all the proceeds go to a great cause, that cause being the House Youth Center.
Town Council met Monday night, and the night started with a report from the Integrity Commission regarding the behavior of a member of a committee. And there was also the approval of funds to make improvements to H. Murray Smith Centennial Park.
Yeah, the alleged remarks were subject of a report, and the member of the committee, I should say, he has resigned his position. It was learned pretty much at the start of the debate, and that a resignation came several days earlier. So that sparked some spirited debate around the council table, and some people didn't understand why the investigation was as wide as it was. This person's part of a local community group, a local taxpayer group, and the questions were why this group was brought into it, and the investigation itself cost about $5,000. And again, the member has stepped down, and it actually turned into quite a spirited debate amongst the public in the chambers. Many of them wanted to speak. According to the town's procedural bylaw, if you're not on the agenda, you need unanimous consent from council to be able to address the elected officials, and the motion to allow people to speak did not get a seconder. People still wanted to speak, and it got to the point where Mayor Michael Prue had to basically say, I'll have to ask you to leave if you don't stay in line. But things calmed down and went forward, and they got that issue put behind them, and that was the not so good news, or depending on how you look at it, I guess it was that was the more controversial, I guess we could say, of the two debates we got covered in this week's RTT, and the other one being, of course, the H. Murray Smith Centennial Park. Just over $1 million is being devoted for new sports courts like tennis, basketball. I think there's new chess tables and checker tables, and there's a trail system going to be built around Centennial Park. So that is going ahead, and they had a nice contingent from North Star High School in attendance. I know Principal Kyle Berard. I saw teachers Lisa Vokes and Carrie Colson out there, along with several members of the student body. They were hopeful it would go through, and it did. And again, so that work should be going to tender, I would imagine, relatively soon. And work, again, I would think would be occurring this year. And so if you see construction equipment and that kind of stuff happening, and in the area of the old arena, and frankly, the area of the old tennis courts, so those are gone, but new ones are going in. So that's in the general area of the park that it's going. The hill, in case you're wondering, Russell Reno Hill, that is staying where it is. They're not touching that. I know that's been a subject of controversy in recent years, but the hill's staying. It's staying as it is, so that remains untouched, as they do other amenities in the park.
I know they talked about the parking lot. What was the final? Are they going to regrade it, kind of? Because it's not great.
They're going to just regrade it, new gravel to pave it and everything else. They put a price tag like $10,000 per parking spot.
Per spot.
And it'll be over $1 million, over 120 spots projected for that lot. So suffice it to say, that's a project for another year, and because it's an election year, that's a project for another council. So we'll see where that goes. But sports courts, the trail, and the other amenities approved are going ahead this year.
That's so exciting. County Council met last Wednesday, and freelance reporter Fred Groves covered that for us. A couple stories in the paper this week regarding the green bins and video recording board and committee meetings. Yeah,
so they could be recording committee meetings so people can watch the live stream and stay on top of what's happening there. And there's a chance the county could dip into the reserves for the green bin program. I know the cost of which has been kind of speaking of another controversial issue, that's another one we've been following, this one at the county level. So we'll see where they go with that. And full stories are on our website at rivertowntimes.com and on page 5 of this week's issue of the Rivertown Times. Make sure you pick it up at newsstands or in your local store.
More photos from the Mamma Mia play. They had their their opening act was last Friday night, Ron?
Yeah, last Friday night, that was opening night, and last Saturday night and last Sunday afternoon, the actual performance was held. We were out there at the dress rehearsal, giving them a little publicity, and we got a little bit more in for this week's paper on page 7. It's a collection of about 4 photos and almost 400 photos on our Facebook page, and
whoa.
And links to the album on our Instagram, our Threads, our Twitter, and or X, I should say, and on our Blue Sky account. We have a new Blue Sky account, so you can follow us on one of our 5 social media accounts, and links to the album for Mamma Mia is on there. And if you missed it last weekend, don't worry, 3 more shows are coming this Thursday through Saturday nights. Every show is at 7 o'clock. The Festival Theater at Villanova High School is open, and you can buy your tickets. All seats $10 on Thursday, and they're $15 and $10 on Friday and Saturday, at $15 for adults and students. And I believe it's seniors and children 6 to 12 are $10, and children under 6 are free. The show's a little over 2 hours, so and again, starts at 7 o'clock. Personally, if I may editorialize a bit, I enjoyed the show, and I think the Villanova players, and that's the staff and the students at Villanova who are all involved with the production, did a fantastic job, and it's well worth your time to go down, and in my opinion, well worth your money to check it out. So again, it's on page 7 of this week's RTT. You can kind of get a glimpse of what you'll see, and a lot more photos online on our social media.
Turning our attention to sports, the Admirals are up 2-0 on the quarterfinal series against Moortown Flags. Action continues tonight in Moortown, and they're back here at the Libro for Game 4, Friday at 8.
Yeah, Moortown had home ice advantage, but the Admirals went up to Moortown last Saturday night and took a 4-2 decision. And they came back here Sunday night, and Corey Leach scored in overtime just over 4 minutes into the OT, and Amherstburg took a 4-3 decision. So I think Moortown had been the slight favorite in this series, but it's the Admirals who are out on top 2-0, and they're looking to really put a stranglehold on the series if they can win again tonight in Moortown. That game's at 7:30. We've been putting game results as we have been all season after the games on our X account, our Blue Sky account, and our Threads account. And we also usually repost the Admirals post when they put it on Instagram. So keep your eyes out for that later this evening. But again, it's the Admirals have a 2-0 lead. They're going into tonight's Game 3 of the Stobbs Division quarterfinal. And Game 4 is Friday night at the Libro Center. Face-off is at 8 p.m. So make sure you check that out and support some good local Junior C hockey. And if they need a Game 5, it would be Saturday night in Moortown. Games 6 and 7, I guess, again, the Admirals have a 2-0 lead. But the series is not over. If they do go 6 and 7, it would be March 3rd and 4th in Amherstburg and Moortown, respectively. So again, Game 3 tonight, Game 4 on Friday night at the Libro Center, and we'll see after that. Right now, Admirals lead 2-0, 2 wins last weekend.
North Star Wolves sports action. The season has ended for the North Star girls hockey team after suffering a 3-0 loss in the Wexa quarterfinals to Gardner Carter.
There was some sadness. There was some disappointment. Last Thursday at the Libro Center, again, as Laura said, they dropped a 3-0 decision to the Cardinal Carter Cougars, which isn't to say North Star didn't have their chances. They just couldn't bury them in the game. A lot of scoring chances, and early on, it was scoreless until about midway through the second period. And honestly, I thought North Star was on their way to victory. Again, lots of scoring chances. They just couldn't find the back of the net. And Cardinal Carter did. They took advantage of a few North Star mistakes and buried them. And again, it's the end of the year now for the Wolves. Cardinal Carter, I believe, plays today, or Thursday, I think it is, in the Wexa semifinals in Essex. So, but again, the girls' hockey season has ended at North Star High School, and with it, the winter season ends at North Star High School, as we mentioned last week. Volleyball's done, basketball's done, and pretty much everything else for the winter season is now done. Boys' hockey's ended, and now we wait a couple weeks, and we'll get into the spring season. So stay with us, and we'll keep you posted on the next round of high school sports action.
The Gibson Gallery is back open again, and the member show begins this Thursday, tomorrow, and that's going to run through Thursday through Sunday, their regular hours, and it's going to continue to the closing ceremony, which will be held on the 15th of March. Are you heading out that way this weekend, Ron, to check that out?
Yeah, I'd probably pop around at some point during the exhibit, and we'll keep you informed of that. And I know they're supposed to be doing an ad next week, so we'll have more information. And again, it's support your local gallery.
The Harrow United Church is hosting their chili cook-off and toonie auction. That's going to be this Friday night. The church is located at 45 Munger Street in Harrow. I'm in charge of the chili, so come and get your fill and be overly impressed with my chili making skills.
I'll come and eat it anyway.
Dinner is at 6 and the auction is at 7. I know you're going to come out and join us. This has kind of become a family tradition for us, right, Ron?
Yeah, I usually come out, and we'll see if I can keep my streak alive. Last couple of years, I've won just a...
You've won useless stuff you never need.
Yeah, well, that and just a whole lot of popcorn.
A lot of popcorn.
I've still got a fair bit in my house, so hopefully it's still good. I mean, I
don't think popcorn goes bad.
I don't think so, yeah. We'll
put it to the test.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So we'll see if I can win even more popcorn on Friday night in Harrow. And I'm looking forward to it, actually. It's just a fun night. I'll be there, and... we'll see what I win, if anything.
We'll report back next week. Dinner, like I said, dinner is at 6, and it's $10 for all-you-can-eat chili or $35 for a family. We will have hot dogs, because I know not every kid likes chili. Or maybe you want to make a chili dog. Entirely up to you. There's an ad on page 2 with more information about that. Also on Friday, I have to wish my husband, Dominic D'Alessandro. It's his 42nd birthday, so I just want to take a minute to shout out my charming and wonderful man, Dominic D'Alessandro. Hope you have a wonderful birthday and you're going to get your fill of chili that night. So it should be a good day.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. Anything else going on? Well, obviously we already mentioned the coldest night of the year. That's Saturday. Anything else going on this weekend, Ron?
there's a figure skating show coming up later in the week.
Oh, exciting. We're getting into that season, carnival season, eh?
Yeah, it's not the carnival. It's kind of a showcase. I've covered it last year, and I'm looking forward to it this year. I believe it's Thursday night, I want to say. Don't quote me on that. But I will be heading out to the Libero Center, so if members from the Skate Amherstburg community see me come out, that's what I'm up to.
All right. Well, I think that's pretty much it for us today. So have a great day, Amherstburg.
Have a great day. Have a great week. There's always time. We just want to give another plug for our phone book. We're still looking for you to correct your listing. So if you need a listing added, corrected, or if you know of somebody that should be removed, please let us know at myself for the listings at mail@rivertowntimes.com. If you need an ad, contact Laura, sales@rivertowntimes.com, and or call us at 736-4175. It's a phone book after all, so you can give us a call. And so make sure you check that out. And again, thanks to our drivers, Louise and Ashley, for helping us out this week and getting the papers out all around Amherstburg, Harrow, Essex, and LaSalle, and into McGregor as well. And thank you again to them, and we'll be back here on the airways of 107.9 FM CKBG, The Berg, next Wednesday at 12 noon, and the replay at 4:30 p.m. Brought to you by the Hearing and Dizziness Clinic, located at 285 Sandwich Street South in Amherstburg, or also find us in LaSalle, Essex, and Windsor. For more information or to book an appointment, visit us online at uhear.ca, the Hearing and Dizziness Clinic.